God says, be still for a moment, because something important is being stirred within your life, and it is not by accident that you are here right now reading these words. There are things that have been left unseen, things that have been overlooked in your own home, and I want you to understand that not everything hidden is meant to stay hidden forever. Sometimes, what is concealed carries meaning, not just value, and it is connected to your journey, your family, and your future. You are not being called into fear, but into awareness, because I am guiding you gently, not forcing you, and what I reveal to you will come with peace, not panic. There are memories tied to your home that you have not fully explored, and there are pieces of your family's past that still speak quietly, even now. Someone who has gone before you lived a life that carried lessons, struggles, and sacrifices, and not all of that story has been understood by you yet. This is not about something mystical or sudden, but about paying attention to what has already been placed around you. Sometimes the answers you are searching for are closer than you think, resting in places you pass by every day without noticing. I am not hiding things from you. I am preparing you to recognize them when the time is right. You have been worrying about provision, about stability, about whether you will have enough to move forward with confidence, and I see that weight you carry. I know the quiet thoughts that come to you when you are alone, the moments when you wonder if things will ever truly change. I want you to understand that provision does not always arrive in the way you expect, and it is not always about sudden gain, but about wisdom, clarity, and timing. When you begin to look at your surroundings with new eyes, you will start to notice opportunities, resources, and even forgotten things that can help you move forward. This is how guidance often works, not through fear or pressure, but through quiet realization. There is a connection between your past and your present that you are beginning to understand, and it will shape how you step into your future. You are not alone in your journey, and you have never been abandoned, even in moments where it felt like silence surrounded you. What has been left behind by those before you is not just material, but meaningful, and it carries a reminder that you are part of something bigger than your current situation. When you begin to approach your life with patience and attention, you will see that nothing valuable is truly lost. It is simply waiting to be recognized and used with wisdom. I am not speaking of sudden miracles that appear without reason, but of meaningful discoveries that come when your heart is calm and your mind is open. What has been left behind is not random, and it carries a connection to your family's journey and your own path forward. When you begin to look with intention, instead of habit, you will notice details that once escaped you, and those details will begin to guide you. Type Amen if you believe. There are moments when you feel uncertain about your direction, when you question whether you are doing enough or if you have missed something important. I see those thoughts, and I understand the weight they carry. But I want you to release the pressure you have placed on yourself. You are not behind, and you have not failed to notice what matters, because everything is revealed in its proper time. The things you are being drawn to now are coming into your awareness because you are ready to understand them, not because you have been careless in the past. I am guiding your focus so that what once seemed ordinary can now become meaningful, in a way that strengthens your confidence. Within your home, there are reminders of those who came before you, and their presence still echoes through what they left behind. This is not about something mystical or beyond understanding, but about legacy and continuity, about the way lives leave traces that continue to influence the future. You may begin to notice certain objects, documents, or even small details that spark curiosity. And that curiosity is not random. It is a gentle nudge, a quiet invitation to pay closer attention and to consider what these things might represent. When you approach them with patience instead of haste, you will begin to understand their place in your life and how they can support your journey. Type 1111 if you walk by faith. There is also a deeper lesson unfolding for you, one that goes beyond anything material, and it is about how you view provision and security. You have been taught to look for certainty in visible ways, but I want you to see that true provision often begins with awareness and understanding. When you recognize what is already available to you, you stop feeling as though everything depends on something new arriving. Instead, you begin to see that what has been given, even long ago, still holds value and purpose. This shift in perspective will bring you peace, because you will no longer feel as though you are waiting for something distant, but rather discovering what has been close all along. There may be items in your home that you once overlooked because they seemed ordinary or insignificant, but I am asking you to look again with a fresh perspective. Sometimes what appears simple carries a deeper story, and within that story is guidance that can help you make better decisions. This is not about searching with anxiety, but about observing with calmness and curiosity, allowing understanding to come naturally. When you approach this process with patience, you will find that clarity begins to replace confusion, and confidence begins to replace doubt. You are not being led into uncertainty, but into a clearer awareness of what is already part of your life. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have also been carrying concerns about your future, wondering how certain needs will be met and whether you will have the stability you desire. I want you to understand that your future is not as fragile as it sometimes feels, and you are not standing on unstable ground. The steps you are taking, even the small ones, are leading you toward a place of greater understanding and strength. What you discover in your own space may not only provide practical support, but also remind you that you are not without resources. This realization will change how you approach your life, because you will begin to act with confidence rather than hesitation. There is no need to rush or to feel as though you must act immediately, because what is meant for you will not disappear simply because you take your time. I am guiding you at a pace that allows you to understand what you are seeing and to use it wisely. When you slow down and become present, you create space for insight to emerge, and that insight will lead you to make decisions that are thoughtful and grounded. This is how true guidance works, not through pressure, but through clarity that unfolds step by step. You are not being pushed. You are being led gently, and that is why you can trust this process. As you move forward, remember that what you are discovering is part of a larger picture that is still coming into view. You do not need to see everything at once to know that you are on the right path, because each small realization builds upon the last. The more you pay attention, the more you will begin to understand how everything connects, and that understanding will bring a sense of peace. You are not alone in this, and you have never been left without guidance, even in moments when it felt like nothing was happening. What is unfolding now is simply becoming visible to you in a way it was not before. Take time to reflect on what you notice, to consider what it might mean, and to trust that you are being guided in a way that is steady and reliable. There is no need to second-guess every thought or to doubt every observation, because clarity comes when you allow yourself to be calm and attentive. What you are being shown is not meant to confuse you, but to strengthen your understanding of your own situation. This is how you move forward with confidence, not by forcing answers, but by allowing them to come naturally. When you trust this process, you will begin to feel a quiet assurance that you are exactly where you need to be. The connection between your past and your present is becoming clearer, and it is helping you to see your life from a new perspective. What has been left behind is not a burden, but a resource, something that can support you when you understand how to use it. This understanding will not only help you practically, but also emotionally, because it reminds you that you are part of a story that did not begin with you. There is strength in that realization, and it will carry you forward with greater confidence and peace. You are not starting from nothing, and you have more than you once believed. Continue to move with patience, to observe without fear, and to trust that what is meant to be revealed will come into your awareness at the right time. There is no need to chase or to force anything, because what belongs to you will not be lost. Instead, focus on being present, on noticing what is around you, and on understanding what you discover. This is not coincidence, and it is not something you need to question with doubt, because your awareness is being gently guided. When you follow that sense of curiosity without fear, you begin to uncover not just physical things, but understanding that has been waiting for you. Each step you take in this direction builds a deeper connection between what you see and what you are meant to realize. Type yes to affirm. There are layers to everything that has been left behind, and not all of them are visible at first glance. Some things carry meaning that only becomes clear when you take time to reflect on them, to remember where they came from, and to consider why they were kept. You may come across items that seem simple, yet they hold a story that has not been fully told, and within that story is insight that can help you now. I am not asking you to search with urgency, but to move with intention, because intention opens your understanding in ways that haste never can. When you slow down and allow yourself to observe without pressure, the connections will begin to reveal themselves naturally. You have also been carrying questions about whether you have overlooked opportunities in your life, whether something important has passed you by without you realizing it. I want you to release that thought, because nothing that is truly meant for you can be lost through a simple moment of unawareness. What is meant to support you will find its way into your understanding when you are ready to receive it. This is why you are being drawn now to look again, to reconsider what you once ignored, and to see with clarity what was once unnoticed. It is not about correcting a mistake, but about stepping into a new level of awareness that strengthens your path forward. Type 777 to receive blessings. There is a quiet strength in recognizing that your life is not built only on what you create today, but also on what has been passed down to you. The efforts, choices, and even the possessions of those before you have contributed in ways you may not have fully realized until now. When you begin to see this clearly, you no longer feel as though everything depends on starting from nothing. Instead, you understand that you are continuing a journey, one that already carries pieces of provision and support. This understanding will shift how you approach your future, because you will begin to act with a sense of foundation rather than uncertainty. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. As you continue to notice these things, you may feel moments of surprise, not because something sudden has appeared, but because something familiar has taken on a new meaning. That shift in perception is important because it changes how you value what is around you. You begin to see that what once seemed ordinary may hold a purpose that you had not considered before. This is how awareness grows, not through dramatic events, but through quiet realizations that build upon each other. When you allow yourself to embrace these moments, you create space for deeper understanding to take root. There is also a sense of peace that comes when you stop looking outward for every answer and begin to look inward and around you with clarity. You have been searching for reassurance, for a sign that you are moving in the right direction, and I am showing you that reassurance can come through what is already within your reach. This does not mean you will never receive new opportunities, but it means you are not as limited as you once believed. When you understand this, your fear begins to fade, and your confidence begins to grow. You start to move with purpose instead of hesitation, because you know you are supported. You may also begin to remember conversations, small details, or moments from the past that did not seem important at the time, but now feel connected to what you are seeing. These memories are not random, and they are part of the way your understanding is being shaped. When you reflect on them, you may begin to see patterns, to recognize intentions, or to understand why certain things were kept or placed where they are. This is how clarity unfolds, through the linking of what you see now with what you have experienced before. Each connection adds depth to your understanding and helps you move forward with greater certainty. It is important that you remain calm and steady as you continue this process, because clarity does not come through stress or pressure. When you feel at ease, your mind becomes open, and you are able to notice things that would otherwise be overlooked. This is why you are being guided gently, without urgency, so that your awareness can grow in a way that feels natural and grounded. You do not need to force anything or rush toward a conclusion, because what you are meant to understand will become clear in its own time. Trust that each step you take is leading you towards something meaningful. There may be moments when you question whether what you are noticing truly matters, or whether you are simply reading too much into small details. I want you to understand that awareness always begins with small things, and those small things often lead to greater understanding. What matters is not how large or obvious something appears, but whether it carries meaning when you reflect on it. When you give yourself the space to consider what you find, you allow that meaning to emerge naturally. This is how you build confidence in your own perception and trust in your ability to recognize what is important. As you move forward, keep your focus on understanding rather than expectation, because expectation can create pressure that distracts you from what is actually present. When you let go of the need for a specific outcome, you become more open to what is truly there. This openness allows you to see clearly and to recognize the value in what you discover. It also helps you remain grounded, so that your actions are guided by clarity rather than assumption. This is the balance that leads to wise decisions and steady progress. The path you are walking is not about sudden change, but about gradual realization that strengthens your foundation. Each moment of awareness adds to your understanding, and each piece of understanding helps you move forward with confidence. There is a shift happening within you, one that is changing how you observe your surroundings and how you interpret what you find. This shift is not accidental, and it is not temporary, because it is preparing you to recognize value where you once saw none. When you allow yourself to stay in this calm state of attention, you begin to understand that nothing placed in your life is without purpose. Type 1010 to claim miracles. There are moments now when you pause longer than before, when your eyes rest on something that once held no meaning, and you feel a quiet nudge to look closer. That nudge is not something to ignore, because it is part of the way your awareness is being guided. You are learning to trust that feeling, not as something mysterious or overwhelming, but as a natural response that comes when your mind is open and your heart is steady. When you follow that feeling without fear, you begin to uncover layers of understanding that were always there, waiting for your attention. This is how clarity grows, not through force, but through gentle recognition. You may begin to notice that certain items in your home carry more weight than you once thought, not because of their appearance, but because of the story connected to them. There are things that were kept for a reason, even if that reason was not fully explained to you at the time. When you take a moment to reflect on where these items came from and who placed them there, you begin to see a connection that goes beyond the surface. This connection is part of the larger picture that is unfolding for you, and it is helping you understand your place within it. Nothing that has been passed down to you is without significance, even if its purpose is only now becoming clear. Type 222 if you trust God. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have also started to feel a sense of reassurance that was not present before, a quiet confidence that tells you that you are not missing anything important. This feeling is important because it replaces the uncertainty that once caused you to question yourself. You are beginning to understand that awareness does not come all at once, and it does not need to, because each step reveals what you need in that moment. When you trust this process, you stop searching with urgency and start observing with intention. That change in approach allows you to see more clearly and to understand more deeply. There is also a growing realization within you that what you are discovering is not just about material value, but about meaning and connection. You are starting to see that what has been left behind carries a sense of continuity, linking your present to your past in a way that feels grounding. This realization brings a sense of stability because it reminds you that your life is not isolated, but part of something that has been unfolding over time. When you embrace this understanding, you begin to feel supported in a way that is both practical and emotional. You are no longer looking at your situation as something you must build alone, but as something that has already been shaped in ways you are only beginning to see. As you continue to explore with patience, you may find that certain discoveries bring a sense of clarity about decisions you have been struggling with. There are choices you have been unsure about, paths you have hesitated to take, and questions you have not been able to answer. When you begin to understand what is around you, those questions start to feel less overwhelming. You are able to approach them with a clearer mind and a steadier perspective because you are no longer operating from uncertainty. This is how awareness supports your growth, by giving you the clarity you need to move forward with confidence. You may also notice that your thoughts are becoming more focused, less scattered than before, as if something is helping you organize your understanding. This is not something you need to question or doubt, because it is a natural result of the awareness you are developing. When you take the time to observe and reflect, your mind begins to align with what you are noticing, creating a sense of order where there was once confusion. This alignment allows you to make sense of things that once felt unclear, and it helps you move forward with a sense of purpose. You are not being left to figure everything out on your own, because guidance is present in the way your understanding is unfolding. There is also a deeper sense of gratitude beginning to grow within you, even if you do not fully realize it yet. As you recognize the value in what has been left behind, you begin to appreciate it in a way that goes beyond its surface. This appreciation changes how you see your situation, because it shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. When you begin to operate from this place of gratitude, your perspective becomes more balanced, and your decisions become more thoughtful. You are no longer driven by a sense of urgency, but by a sense of understanding that allows you to act with confidence. You are also learning that patience is not a delay, but a necessary part of clarity, because it allows you to see things fully before acting. When you give yourself the time to understand what you are noticing, you avoid making decisions based on incomplete information. This is important because it ensures that your actions are grounded in reality rather than assumption. You are being guided to move carefully, not because there is danger, but because there is value in understanding before acting. When you embrace this approach, you create a path that is steady and reliable. There may be times when you feel tempted to rush, to move quickly and reach a conclusion, but I want you to resist that urge. What you are uncovering is not meant to be handled in haste, because it carries meaning that deserves your full attention. When you slow down and remain present, you allow that meaning to become clear in a way that feels natural and certain. This is how you build trust in your own perception, by giving yourself the space to see and understand without pressure. You are not being tested. You are being prepared, and preparation requires patience. As you continue forward, remember that everything you are noticing is part of a process that is unfolding in the right way and at the right time. You are not behind, and you are not missing anything, because what is meant for you is already within your reach. When you trust this, you begin to move with a calm confidence that replaces doubt and hesitation. You are learning to recognize that when something stands out to you more than usual, it is not random, and it deserves a moment of your focus. When you give that moment, you allow understanding to grow in a way that feels natural and steady. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There are places within your home that now feel different, not because they have changed physically, but because your perception of them has shifted. You may find yourself returning to certain areas more than once, noticing new details each time you look. This repeated attention is not something to ignore, because it is part of how clarity builds over time. When you revisit something with a calm mind, you begin to see what you could not see before, and each layer of understanding adds to the next. This is how something simple can gradually reveal its significance without any force or confusion. You are also beginning to feel less overwhelmed by your circumstances, even if nothing around you has drastically changed. That sense of calm is not accidental, because it comes from the awareness that you are not lacking as much as you once believed. When you start to recognize what is already present in your life, you no longer feel as though everything depends on something new arriving. Instead, you begin to work with what you have, using it wisely and with intention. This shift brings stability to your thoughts and allows you to move forward without fear controlling your decisions. Type 555 if you feel guided. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There may be items you come across that remind you of specific moments, conversations, or people, and those reminders carry meaning beyond memory. They are helping you connect pieces of your past with what you are discovering now, creating a clearer picture of how everything fits together. When you take time to reflect on these connections, you begin to understand why certain things were kept and why they are still part of your life. This understanding does not come all at once, but it builds gradually as you allow yourself to see without rushing. Each connection you make strengthens your confidence and deepens your awareness. You are also learning that value is not always obvious at first glance, and it often requires patience to fully understand. What may have seemed ordinary before can reveal itself to be meaningful when you approach it with a different perspective. This is why you are being guided to slow down and observe carefully, because clarity comes when you give yourself time to see fully. When you do this, you begin to notice patterns and details that were once hidden in plain sight. These realizations help you move forward with a stronger sense of direction. There is also a growing sense within you that what you are discovering is part of something that was always meant to reach you. You are not stumbling upon things by chance, but becoming aware of what has been within your reach all along. This realization removes the pressure to search endlessly because you understand that what matters will come into your awareness at the right time. When you trust this, you begin to move through your space with calm curiosity instead of urgency. This calmness allows you to notice more and to understand more clearly. You may find that your thoughts are becoming more aligned with what you are seeing, as if everything is beginning to make sense in a way it did not before. This alignment is important because it helps you process what you discover without confusion. When your mind is clear, you are able to see connections and meaning that would otherwise go unnoticed. This clarity allows you to make decisions that are thoughtful and grounded, rather than rushed or uncertain. You are not being left to figure things out alone, because understanding is unfolding within you step by step. There is also a deeper feeling of reassurance that continues to grow as you move through this process. You are beginning to realize that you are not missing anything that truly matters, and that everything you need will come into your awareness in time. This realization brings peace to your thoughts and steadiness to your actions. You no longer feel the need to rush or to force answers, because you trust that clarity will come when you are ready to receive it. This trust allows you to move forward with confidence instead of doubt. As you continue, you may notice that your attention is drawn not only to objects, but also to how things are arranged, where they are placed, and what surrounds them. These details are part of the larger picture that is forming in your understanding. When you take time to consider them, you begin to see how everything connects in a way that feels intentional. This awareness helps you approach what you discover with care and thoughtfulness, ensuring that you do not overlook anything important. It also strengthens your ability to recognize meaning in what you see. You are also learning that patience is not about waiting without action, but about allowing understanding to develop fully before you move forward. When you give yourself time to observe and reflect, you create space for clarity to emerge naturally. This clarity becomes the foundation for your decisions, helping you act with confidence and purpose. You are not being delayed, but prepared, and that preparation is what ensures that you make the right choices. When you trust this process, you begin to see its value in every step you take. There may be moments when you feel a sense of anticipation, as if something is about to become clear, and that feeling is part of the unfolding process. It is not something to fear or question, because it simply reflects the awareness that is growing within you. When you remain calm and attentive, you allow that anticipation to lead to understanding rather than confusion. This is how clarity reveals itself, not suddenly, but through a series of small realizations that come together over time. Each moment adds to your understanding and helps you move forward with greater certainty. As you continue to walk this path, Remember that everything you are experiencing is guiding you toward a deeper awareness of what is already present in your life. You are not searching for something far away, but discovering what has been close to you all along. This realization brings a sense of peace that replaces the need for urgency or fear. What was once familiar now feels layered with meaning, and that meaning is becoming clearer with each moment you stay present. You are not being rushed into anything, because what is unfolding is meant to be understood, not just seen. Type 333 to affirm clarity. There is a quiet sense of recognition growing within you, as if certain things are beginning to make sense in a way they never did before. You may find that when you look at an item or a space, you feel a subtle awareness that there is more to it than what appears on the surface. That awareness is not something to ignore, because it is part of how understanding begins to take shape. When you allow yourself to pause and reflect, you give that awareness the space it needs to develop into clarity. This is how you begin to connect what you are noticing with what it means for you. You are also starting to see that your environment holds more than just objects, and it carries a sense of continuity that links your past with your present. Every item that has been kept, every detail that has remained unchanged, holds a quiet story that contributes to your understanding. When you approach these things with patience, you begin to see how they fit into a larger picture. This picture is not revealed all at once, but it becomes clearer as you continue to observe and reflect. Each piece adds to your awareness, helping you see your situation with greater depth. Type 888 to welcome understanding. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There may be moments when something catches your attention more strongly than before, and you feel a sense of importance attached to it. This feeling is not something to dismiss, because it is guiding you toward a deeper level of recognition. When you take the time to consider why that moment stands out, you begin to uncover connections that were not visible before. These connections are part of the clarity you are gaining, and they help you understand not just what you are seeing, but why it matters. This is how your awareness continues to expand, step by step. You are also beginning to trust that what you are noticing is not random, and that it is part of a process that is unfolding in a meaningful way. This trust is important, because it allows you to move forward without constantly questioning yourself. When you trust your awareness, you become more open to what is being revealed, and you are able to see things more clearly. This openness creates a sense of calm that supports your understanding, allowing you to process what you find without confusion. You are not being left to guess, but guided toward clarity through your own perception. As you continue to explore your surroundings with this mindset, you may notice that your thoughts are becoming more organized and your understanding more focused. This is not something that happens by chance, but a result of the attention you are giving to what you see. When you observe with intention, your mind begins to align with that intention, creating a sense of order within your thoughts. This alignment helps you make sense of what you discover, and it allows you to move forward with confidence. You are no longer overwhelmed by uncertainty, because clarity is beginning to take its place. There is also a growing awareness that what you are discovering carries both practical and emotional significance. You are not only seeing what is physically present, but also understanding the meaning behind it. This dual awareness helps you approach your discoveries with care and thoughtfulness, ensuring that you do not overlook their importance. When you recognize both the surface and the depth of what you find, you gain a more complete understanding of your situation. This understanding becomes the foundation for your decisions, helping you act with confidence and clarity. You may also begin to feel a sense of reassurance that continues to strengthen as you move forward. This reassurance is not based on assumption, but on the clarity that is growing within you. When you see things clearly, you no longer feel uncertain about what you are doing because you understand your direction. This understanding brings peace to your thoughts and steadiness to your actions, allowing you to move forward without hesitation. You are not being guided into confusion, but into a place where everything begins to make sense. As you continue, you may notice that certain patterns are becoming visible, and these patterns are helping you understand how everything connects. When you see these connections, you begin to recognize that nothing is isolated, and everything has a place within the larger picture. This recognition allows you to approach your discoveries with a sense of purpose, knowing that they are part of something meaningful. You are not simply observing, but understanding, and that understanding is shaping your path forward. Each pattern you recognize adds to your clarity and strengthens your awareness. There is also a deeper realization forming within you that what you are experiencing is not temporary, but part of a lasting shift in how you perceive your life. You are learning to see beyond the surface, to understand the meaning behind what is present, and to trust your own awareness. This shift will continue to guide you even beyond what you are discovering now, helping you approach future situations with the same clarity. When you carry this awareness with you, you create a foundation that supports your growth in every area of your life. You are not just learning something new, but becoming more aware in a way that stays with you. You may feel moments of quiet anticipation, as if something is about to become fully clear, and that feeling is part of the process. It reflects the awareness that is building within you, preparing you to understand what is next. When you remain calm and attentive, you allow that anticipation to lead to clarity rather than confusion. This is how understanding unfolds, through a series of realizations that come together over time. Each moment adds to your awareness, guiding you toward a clearer picture of what is present. As you move forward, remember that everything you are noticing is part of a steady and meaningful process that is guiding you toward deeper understanding. You are not searching for something distant, but discovering what has been near you all along. This realization brings a sense of peace that allows you to move forward without urgency or fear. This clarity is not loud or overwhelming, but quiet and consistent, and it grows stronger each time you choose to observe with patience. What you once overlooked now feels intentional, and what once felt ordinary now carries a presence that you can no longer ignore. This is the kind of awareness that builds a foundation under your life, making your steps feel steady instead of uncertain. Type 444 to stay grounded. There are moments now when you pause without even realizing it, drawn by something that feels familiar yet newly important. That pause is not hesitation, and it is not confusion, but recognition beginning to take shape. You are allowing yourself to stay with that moment longer, to look again, and to think about what you are seeing in a way you never did before. This is how deeper understanding begins, not through sudden answers, but through repeated attention that reveals new layers each time. When you remain present in these moments, you begin to see how everything you notice contributes to a larger understanding. You are also beginning to feel less disconnected from your own space, as if your home is no longer just a place you move through, but something you are truly aware of. This connection is important because it brings a sense of stability that you may not have realized you were missing. When you feel connected to your surroundings, you begin to notice more, understand more, and appreciate more. This awareness creates a sense of belonging that supports your thoughts and decisions, allowing you to move forward with confidence. You are no longer separate from what is around you, but engaged with it in a way that brings clarity. Type 666 to welcome awareness. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance, Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There may be objects or places that now seem to carry a quiet significance, even if you cannot fully explain why. That sense of significance is not something to dismiss, because it is guiding your attention towards something meaningful. When you take time to consider why something stands out, you begin to uncover connections that were always there but never fully noticed. These connections help you understand not just what you are seeing, but how it fits into your life. This is how awareness grows, through small moments of recognition that gradually build into clarity. You are also starting to understand that what you are discovering is not separate from your own journey, but deeply connected to it. Everything you notice carries a link to your past, your present, and your future, and that link is becoming clearer as you continue. When you begin to see these connections, you no longer feel as though you are searching without direction. Instead, you feel guided by your own awareness, moving step by step toward understanding. This sense of direction replaces the uncertainty that once made you question yourself. There is also a growing sense of calm within you, one that comes from knowing that you are not missing anything important. You are beginning to trust that what needs to be seen will come into your awareness at the right time, without pressure or urgency. This trust allows you to move forward without feeling rushed, giving you the space to understand what you discover fully. When you operate from this place of calm, your thoughts become clearer and your actions become more intentional. You are no longer reacting to uncertainty, but responding to clarity. You may also notice that your perspective on value is changing, as you begin to see worth in things you once overlooked. This shift is important because it changes how you approach what you discover. Instead of dismissing something as unimportant, you take a moment to consider its meaning and its place in your life. This approach allows you to recognize the significance of what is around you, giving you a deeper understanding of your situation. When you begin to see value in this way, you create a mindset that supports clarity and thoughtful action. As you continue, you may feel moments where everything seems to come together, even if only briefly, giving you a glimpse of the larger picture. These moments are important because they show you that your awareness is growing and that your understanding is taking shape. When you experience this, you gain confidence in your ability to recognize what matters. This confidence encourages you to continue observing with patience, knowing that each step brings you closer to full clarity. You are not guessing or assuming, but learning to see with certainty. There is also a deeper realization forming within you that what you are experiencing is part of a lasting change in how you perceive your life. You are no longer limited to surface-level observation, but are learning to understand the meaning behind what you see. This change will continue to guide you beyond what you are discovering now, helping you approach future situations with the same clarity. When you carry this awareness with you, you create a stable foundation that supports your growth in every area. You are not just noticing more, but understanding more in a way that stays with you. You may find that your thoughts are becoming more focused and aligned, as if everything you notice is contributing to a clearer understanding. This alignment is a natural result of the attention you are giving to your surroundings. When you observe with intention, your mind organizes what you see into something meaningful, allowing you to make sense of it. This process helps you move forward with confidence, because you are no longer overwhelmed by uncertainty. Instead, you are guided by clarity that builds with each moment of awareness. There may also be a sense of anticipation within you, not driven by urgency, but by the awareness that something meaningful is coming into view. This anticipation is part of the process, reflecting the understanding that is forming within you. When you remain calm and attentive, you allow that anticipation to lead to clarity rather than confusion. This is how understanding reveals itself, through a series of moments that gradually come together into a complete picture. Each moment adds to your awareness, guiding you toward deeper insight. As you continue to move forward, remember that everything you are noticing is part of a steady and meaningful process that is guiding you toward understanding. You are not searching for something far away, but discovering what has been close to you all along. This realization brings a sense of peace that replaces any need for urgency or fear. What once felt scattered now feels connected, and what once felt uncertain now feels steady. This is not something that disappears, because it is built on clarity that continues to grow with every moment you stay present. Type 999 to affirm trust. There are times now when you pause and simply observe, not because you are searching for something, but because you understand that there is value in seeing clearly. This shift in your approach is what allows new layers of meaning to reveal themselves to you. You are no longer rushing past details or dismissing what seems small, because you know that even the smallest thing can carry significance. When you allow yourself to stay in that moment of observation, you begin to notice patterns that were not visible before. These patterns help you understand how everything you see connects in a way that feels intentional and meaningful. You are also beginning to feel a stronger sense of belonging within your own space, as if your surroundings are no longer separate from your awareness. This connection brings a sense of stability that supports your thoughts and your decisions. When you feel grounded in your environment, you are able to approach what you discover with clarity instead of doubt. This clarity allows you to understand not just what you are seeing, but how it fits into your life. You are no longer observing from a distance, but engaging with your surroundings in a way that brings understanding. Type 111 if you feel aligned. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful, ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There may be moments when something stands out to you in a way that feels different from before, as if it carries a quiet importance that you cannot ignore. This feeling is not something to question or dismiss, because it is guiding your attention towards something meaningful. When you take time to reflect on why it stands out, you begin to uncover connections that add depth to your understanding. These connections are not random, but part of the way clarity builds over time. Each one strengthens your awareness and helps you see more clearly. You are also starting to understand that what you are discovering is not only about what is present, but about how it relates to your own journey. Everything you notice carries a connection to your past and your present, and it is helping you see your life from a broader perspective. This perspective brings a sense of continuity, reminding you that you are part of something that has been unfolding over time. When you begin to see this, you no longer feel as though you are starting from nothing. Instead, you understand that there is already a foundation beneath you. There is also a growing sense of calm within you that comes from trusting that you are not missing anything important. You are beginning to feel that what needs to be revealed will come into your awareness at the right time. This trust allows you to move forward without feeling rushed or pressured, giving you the space to understand what you discover fully. When you operate from this place of calm, your thoughts become clearer and your actions become more intentional. You are no longer reacting to uncertainty, but responding to clarity that is already forming within you. As you continue, you may notice that your perspective on what matters is changing as you begin to see value in things you once overlooked. This shift is important because it allows you to recognize the significance of what is around you. When you approach your surroundings with this mindset, you begin to uncover meaning that was always there, waiting to be seen. This awareness helps you move forward with confidence, because you are no longer dependent on what is new, but aware of what is already present. You begin to understand that what you need is not always something you must find, but something you must recognize. There are also moments when everything seems to align, even briefly, giving you a sense that you are beginning to understand the larger picture. These moments are important because they confirm that your awareness is growing in the right direction. When you experience this, you gain confidence in your ability to see clearly and to understand what matters. This confidence encourages you to continue observing with patience, knowing that each step brings you closer to full clarity. You are not guessing, but learning to recognize with certainty. You may also feel that your thoughts are becoming more organized, as if everything you notice is contributing to a clearer understanding. This alignment is not something you need to question, because it is a natural result of the attention you are giving to your surroundings. When you observe with intention, your mind begins to arrange what you see into something meaningful. This process allows you to make sense of what you discover and to move forward with confidence. You are no longer overwhelmed by uncertainty, because clarity is beginning to guide your path. There may be a sense of anticipation within you, not driven by urgency, but by the awareness that something meaningful is coming into view. This anticipation is part of the process, reflecting the understanding that is forming within you. When you remain calm and attentive, you allow that anticipation to lead to clarity rather than confusion. This is how understanding reveals itself, through a series of moments that gradually come together into a complete picture. Each moment adds to your awareness and helps you move forward with greater certainty. As you continue to walk this path, remember that everything you are noticing is part of a steady and meaningful process that is guiding you toward deeper understanding. You are not searching for something far away, but discovering what has been close to you all along. This realization brings a sense of peace that replaces any need for urgency or fear. As you continue in this steady place of awareness, something begins to feel even more certain within you, and it is no longer just about noticing what is around you, but understanding why it matters. You are no longer questioning every small thing or dismissing what seems simple, because you have started to see that meaning often hides within what appears ordinary. This change in how you see your surroundings is creating a stronger sense of clarity inside you. What once felt like scattered pieces now feels like parts of a whole that is slowly becoming visible. You are not being left to figure things out alone because your awareness itself is guiding you. Type 1313 to affirm growth. There are moments now when you feel drawn to something without fully understanding why, and instead of ignoring that feeling, you are beginning to trust it. This trust is important because it allows you to explore without doubt controlling your thoughts. When you follow that quiet pull with calm attention, you begin to notice details that once went unseen. Those details are not random, and they are part of how your understanding is being shaped. Each time you allow yourself to observe without rushing, you give clarity the space it needs to grow. This is how something small can lead to something meaningful. You are also beginning to realize that your home is not just a place where you live, but a place that holds layers of meaning connected to your life. Everything within it has a history, a purpose, and a reason for being there, even if that reason was not clear before. When you look at your surroundings with this understanding, you begin to see them differently. What once seemed like background now feels like something worth noticing. This shift in perception is what allows you to connect what you see with what it means for you. It is not about searching for something new, but recognizing what has been there all along. Type 1414 to stay aware. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, this password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is also a growing sense within you that what you are discovering is not separate from your own journey, but directly connected to it. You are starting to see how your past, your present, and what you are noticing now all fit together. This realization brings a sense of direction, because you no longer feel as though you are moving without purpose. Instead, you understand that everything you notice has a place in your path. This understanding allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that you are not lost, but guided through your own awareness. You may find that certain things now stand out more clearly, not because they have changed, but because you are seeing them differently. This difference in perception is what creates clarity, because it allows you to recognize meaning where you once saw none. When you take time to reflect on why something stands out, you begin to uncover connections that deepen your understanding. These connections help you see how everything you notice fits into a larger picture. This is how awareness continues to grow, through small moments that gradually build into something clear. There is also a deeper sense of calm forming within you, one that comes from knowing that you are not missing anything important. You are beginning to trust that what needs to come into your awareness will do so at the right time. This trust removes the pressure to rush or to force answers, allowing you to observe with patience instead. When you operate from this place of calm, your thoughts become clearer and your actions become more intentional. You are no longer reacting to uncertainty, but responding to clarity that is already forming within you. As you continue, you may notice that your perspective on value is changing as you begin to see worth in things you once overlooked. This shift is important because it changes how you approach what you discover. Instead of dismissing something as unimportant, you take time to consider its meaning and its place in your life. This approach allows you to recognize significance in ways you did not before. When you begin to see value in this way, you create a mindset that supports clarity and thoughtful decision-making. You are no longer limited by what appears obvious. There may also be moments when everything seems to align, giving you a brief but clear understanding of how things connect. These moments are important because they show you that your awareness is growing in the right direction. When you experience this, you gain confidence in your ability to recognize what matters.